What it do? Bedtime crew. Hey man, listen, today the boy is back, man. I feel like I haven't talked to you guys in ages. It's only been 2 days, but for me it felt like a while. I was extremely busy cornering fights, hiking fucking mountains and shit. And I'm here to do some serious business, boys. We're here to talk about UFC 308, Topuria versus Holloway. And I'm going to be giving you guys my bingo card predictions. Now, I will be dropping a video tomorrow, an absolute bombshell, about my main event prediction between Ilia Topuria and Max Holloway. But today, I'm going to be giving you a little bit of fight predictions, some predictions for things that are going to happen during media day, weigh-ins, press conference, all that type of stuff, things that are going to happen on the broadcast that you can cross off as you watch UFC 308. You can tweet me throughout fight week, message me on Instagram throughout fight week and go, yo, bedtime, cross it off the list. We're very accurate with these predictions, and you're going to see why. Let's get into this, dude. First one that I want to throw up here. One more pullout, but it's not Hamzat. Now, I know that's controversial, but hear me out here, dude. I don't think Hamzat's pulling out of this fucking fight. I don't think he is, bro. I feel like this is like that Paulo Costa type fight where people are like, oh, dude, Whitaker is sneezing on Hamzat. It's like, those jokes are really funny, dude. You should keep telling them, man. The 20th time that I saw a tweet be like, dude, Robert Whitaker via immune system. Yeah, it's really funny, bro. You should keep doing that joke, bro. That's really funny. But regardless of what I think of people who just aren't funny, Hamzat Chimaev ain't pulling out, bro. I think this is one of those ones where he's pulled out of too many fights. He's going to show up to this one. He does look in better shape, in better condition. His training camp looks very good. I'm going to talk about that in my predictions as well. I don't think he's pulling out, dude. I feel like it's going to be like Jeff Neal or some shit like that, because we already had one dude pull out against Rinat Fakhretdinov. My fault, excuse me. Yeah, so I feel like we're going to get another one, but it's not going to be Hamzat. Let's throw it on the bingo card. Moving on to a fucking staple of this series. If you're an enjoyer of this series, by the way, you're a Chad. You know that the blank random underdog wins lol is a borderline fucking lock of predicting MMA. We predicted Hooker over Gamrot. We predicted fucking Merab and Shevchenko winning. We predicted Dolidze over Anthony Smith. And now Dan Ige and Alexander Rakic, congratulations. You guys have got the bedtime seal of approval as random jobbers that are going to win somehow. Dan Ige may be able to pull this off. I feel like Rakic is a little bit more likely, but when you throw this on a bingo card, one of them will come true 110%. Probably Rakic if I had to guess. But yeah, we're going to throw that on the bingo card as a bit of a wild card. Let's move on to not a wild card. This is a fucking lock. You can already cross this one off. This is your first X on the card. October 26th, we find out, brother. Hey, listen, October 26th, we're going to find out. Cage door closed, we're going to find out, brother. Max Holloway has already fucking dropped this one 40 times in his first interview with Topuria. And I feel like going into fight week, we can expect nothing less from my boy Max Holloway. You know that there are some staples of a Max Holloway fight week. One of them is people screenshotting him mid-sentence on Zoom and being like, dude, Max Holloway's weight cut looks pretty bad. People that have never cut weight. Dude, Max Holloway might be cooked, bro. His weight cut looks bad, bro. And another one is Max Holloway in every interview. Hey, listen, October 26th, we're going to find out. October 26th, cage door going to close, brother. We're going to find out, brother. That's all you get from Max. So throw that one on the bingo card. Cross that one off expeditiously. And let's move on to another staple that... Dude, here's the fucking thing, right? Every year, they fucking catfish us with these Abu Dhabi cards. And this year, I'm not fucking falling for it, dude. I'm not swiping right this year, bro. The card is going to be fucking boring until the co-main and main event. Every fucking year, they drop the Dana White announcements. People are like, dude, this card's a fucking banger. Oh my god. Magomed Ankalaev's on the card. Every fucking year, they do this shit. And it's like, for me at least, because I'm in Australia, I wake up at 5, and the card starts at 5 a.m. I wake up and it's like 3 no contest, 2 eye pokes. Co-main event went to a fucking draw. You know what I mean? It's never as good as you think it's gonna be. The featured fight is usually pretty good. The main event is always something interesting, but fuck, man. Outside of that, you literally cannot rely on these cards. And based on the quality of recent UFC events and UFC pay-per-views as well, I feel like this is a pretty fair prediction to make that the card's going to be pretty underwhelming outside of the co-main and main event, just because we're all so hyped for those, dude. Like, my heart rate is gonna be higher than the guys in the cage for fucking Whittaker versus Chimaev and Topuria versus Holloway. That's a done deal. But everything else, I can definitely see that being underwhelming. All right, man. Let's move on to a masterclass prediction. I believe that this thawed-out fucking caveman is about to put on a show. All right, Miktabek Oralbai. Now, he is an aura merchant, just like Michel Pereira. I fucking told you guys Anthony Hernandez was going to melt that kid, and he's going to go on a title run. All right, dude? People love to, oh, you picked Brendan Allen. Yeah? What about me in 2023 talking about Anthony Hernandez as a future champion? What about that prediction, huh, buddy? Where's the shout-out for bedtime for that one? I wonder. Right? But regardless, I know an aura merchant when I see one. Shavkat Rakhmonov, Michel Pereira, Benoit Saint-Denis. Miktabek Oralbai, he's borderline an aura merchant, but I'm going to say he's a little bit better than the guy that he's fighting. I literally don't remember. Oh, Mateus Rebecki, the little midget dude. Yeah, Miktabek Oralbai is going to put on a masterclass, dude. He's going to have some struggles early on in the feet, and then I think he's going to take this guy down and tire him out and beat him up and win like a 29-28 masterclass decision. So let's throw Miktabek Oralbai on here. And let's move on. This next prediction, I believe, it's also fight related, but I feel like it's pretty likely to happen. Khamzat Chimaev will be 10-8ing Robert Whittaker. I'm happy to release the script to you guys. I just feel like Khamzat Chimaev is a really bad matchup for Robert Whittaker, and people are trying to find the opposite. Like, they're trying to point out, whoa, dude, Whittaker boy fucking TKO. Whittaker's gonna fucking stuff the takedowns. He's gonna fucking get him into round 3, and he's gonna fucking knock him out. Unless you're a complete unranked jabroni at middleweight, you're not getting knocked out by Robert Whittaker. That's a fact. Name one guy outside of fucking Derek Brunson alter ego from 2017 and Ikram Aliskerov, who Khamzat Chimaev put out cold with one punch, who's been chinned by Robert Whittaker. I'm sorry, it's not happening. He's not TKOing Khamzat Chimaev, and I feel like Khamzat Chimaev's going to 10-8 him. I've been watching a lot of footage for this fight. I feel like there's potential for a 10-8 on the ground. I also feel like there's potential for, if the takedown maybe seems hard to get, I can definitely see Khamzat Chimaev dropping Robert Whittaker with his punches. His boxing's pretty underrated. He's a pretty good striker. Robert Whittaker is very chinny, and I feel like the threat of the takedown may open him up to get dropped with a southpaw jab and just, you know, dominated on the ground, which I'm not trying to diss Robert Whittaker, but Khamzat Chimaev doing that to Kamaru Usman tells me he can do that to literally fucking anybody, bro. And people talk about Kamaru Usman like he's this frail little petite welterweight. I love when people do that, dude. Oh, Islam be a featherweight. Yeah, the greatest featherweight of all fucking time. Dude, Khamzat Chimaev's beating up welterweights. Okay, Kamaru Usman's been a fucking size bully at welterweight his entire career. Now he's this little fucking petite fucking... Like, what are you talking about, dude? So, yeah, I'm going to say Khamzat Chimaev will 10-8 Robert Whittaker, but I'm sure that I'm biased, even though I'm Australian. Let's move on to another... Listen, this one's borderline already fucking confirmed, but people will still call me a genius for this one. Topuria, Holloway, Chimaev, they're getting custom shorts. I saw Topuria's little zesty shorts. Congratulations to you, sir. I know Max Holloway's going to be rocking the floral shorts. Hopefully he does. If he doesn't, that's going to be super lame, but he probably will. And I feel like Chimaev's going to get custom shorts. I don't know why. I just feel like he's going to get them. So it'd be cool to see Whittaker get some as well, but I don't think he's the type of guy that would want them. So I'm going to say we get Topuria, Holloway, and Chimaev rocking some custom shorts, even if it's like a weird color for Chimaev or some shit like that. I feel like we're going to get that. Let's move on to a prediction for the press conference. Now... We do have some entertaining personalities up there. Obviously, Khamzat, brother, I don't give a fuck, brother. I come here, kill everybody, smash everybody, Right? We've got some exciting personalities up there, but I feel like this isn't a super bold prediction. I think the press conference is going to be boring as fuck. I think Robert Whittaker and Chimaev are going to be bros. They're going to be super friendly. And I feel like everyone else up there is a bit of a bot. I think the only good part of this press conference is going to be Max and Ilya. And more specifically, I will say this. Probably going to be Ilya, because Max's default mode is October 26th. We're going to find out, brother. October 26th. Cage door going to close. We're going to find out, brother. Right? Ilya's going to piss him off with his little, like, minion smile. And I feel like that's going to bring out some excitement at the press conference. But outside of that, I think this is going to be a lot of translating. A lot of reading to be doing. It's like having a girlfriend, bro. You're going to be doing a lot of reading watching this fucking press conference, boys. It's going to be like a closed book exam. 12 questions, one multiple choice. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be very entertaining. Let's move on to another. Oh, this one's a fucking heater, dude. Yes, dude. Dana White says he didn't watch the Ngannou fight in PFL. He totally fucking did. Can you not just see Dana White? What's the question? Francis? Did he fought? He fought in the PFL. Who'd he fight? Who'd he fucking fight? Who'd he fight? He fought who? Oh, that kid. Yeah. Congratulations to Fran. No, I didn't get to watch that. I was on a plane. I didn't get to watch it. No, I didn't watch that one. Yeah, listen, I don't watch PFL. Good for the kid. He's making money. But yeah, no. Dana White will never fucking admit that he watched that shit. He's gonna make some sort of like weird thing about it, I'm sure. And I know that the media is gonna press him on a lot because they do love pissing him off with like the PFL fighter pay, asking him about, Ngannou and the negotiations involved in that shit. So I feel like it's pretty likely to say we will get a Dana White, Francis Ngannou outrageous quote or clip during this fight week. That's kind of just fucking inevitable, dude. Let's move on to another one. Maybe this is a controversial prediction, but I'm going to say this, dude. I think we're going to see the class. Every fight week, there's one guy that people are like, you know what, dude? I actually like Paddy Pimblett now. I feel like all these motherfuckers are going to jump back on the Hamzat train when he wins this fight. They're all going to be, oh, dude, this guy beats fucking Dricus and Sean, bro. They're all going to jump back on the fucking train. Even though right now, I feel like a criminal for saying, you know what, I think Hamzat's fighting style is cool. And I think he's going to be champion. I think he's a great fighter. And people find that, like, controversial to fucking say, which is crazy to me. Like, it's crazy to me that there are people out there that are Jones fans, right? Because we have to separate the fighter from the fucking fighter's, like, personality or whatever. But then you dare to say, you know what, dude, I think Hamzat Chimaev, dude, you're freaking casual, bro. Chimaev's never going to be fucking champ, kid. All right, this guy's going to get TK'd by fucking Bobby Knuckles. It's not happening, dude. But you guys will, people are going to jump on the Hamzat train again. I can definitely see that happening. The edit economy of Hamzat is going to be taking a huge boost this week. I know that for a fact. But another thing that I'm pretty certain of when I'm thinking about this pay-per-view, based on the fighters on the card, a couple of these matchups, I think we're getting at least 2, if you don't like it, go watch kickboxing performances on this card. I think we're getting at least 2 complete, like, hug fests against the fence, in the clinch. And I feel like we're going to see a couple of spicy tweets this week talking about, dude, go watch kickboxing if you don't like MMA, bro. If you don't want to watch wrestling, go watch kickboxing. Like, I feel like this is the type of card that we spawn some more of these conversations. People getting pissed off about the clinching and the fucking, fence wrestling epidemic going on in MMA right now. I think this is definitely the type of card to put this on the bingo card. I'm going to throw it up there. Let's move on. This is one that I'm very fucking excited for. Now, I was thinking back to some iconic fight week predictions that I made, and one of them was Bilal Muhammad Moggs Leon Edwards on fucking Embedded, or something along those lines, and that came true, right? I think Max Holloway is going to absolutely mog Ilia Topuria, dude. Ilia Topuria is so fucking awkward, dude. I don't give a shit, bro. I don't give a fuck. I think Max Holloway is going to mog this kid on Embedded. And I cannot stop saying kid because of fucking Dana White. But I feel like we're going to get an interaction where Ilya's trying to talk mad shit, trying to be a little bit disrespectful like he was with Volk. And I feel like Max is just not going to have any of that and not be like jokey around with it like Volk. I feel like Max will either just completely ignore him and just make him look like a jabroni, or he'll just kind of just, I don't know, Max maybe Max just hits him with like October 26th. Okay, October 26th though, we're gonna see. Hey, we're gonna see who's wrong, who's right. October 26th, we're gonna find out. Okay, brother, cage door is gonna close, brother. Like, but I feel like, you know what, I'm gonna stand on this. Max Holloway's gonna mug this dude on Embedded. I feel like Max Holloway's not going to get, like, bullied around by Ilya, kind of like Volk, I guess, played into some memes and kind of let him hold his belt and just really didn't stand his ground against Ilya in their altercations or interactions. Jesus Christ, I need to go to bed. But I think Max Holloway will stand on business, bro. I'm gonna put that on the bingo card. Another thing that I'm 100% fucking certain on, boys. Abus Magomedov title run starts fucking now, baby. Yeah. Abus Magomedov title run. It starts right here. I feel like Abus Magomedov's actually an underrated fighter, and I don't often say this about fighters that have lost in predictions that I've made. Like, I was pretty, like, happy with myself that I said Strickland's going to TKO him, blah, 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 blah. But I like Abus Magomedov. I think he's actually pretty dangerous, and I feel like Bruno Ferreira is the type of fighter that this guy's going to actually school in the first. Like, he was losing the fucking Dustin Stoltzfus, bro. Complete 55 overall, brown shirt, no badges, Dustin Stoltzfus was beating Bruno Ferreira. And I feel like Abus Magomedov is going to be able to beat him. And I feel like this is the beginning of the legendary Abus Magomedov title run of 2027. Real ones remember when they get that 2027 nostalgia when Abus won the belt. And this is where it all began, right here. All jokes aside, though, I'm pretty confident Abus is going to win. So I'm going to throw that on there. Let's move on to another prediction that is a bit bold, right? It's a bit out there, but I'm pretty happy with this one. Undefeated fighter loses. We've got Lerone Murphy, bruh. We've got Ilia Topuria. We've got Shara Bullet. I was cooking up with him on UFC 5 like 2 hours ago. He's a fucking OG in that game, right? We've got Chimaev. We've got Ibo Urslan's opponent. I don't know. He doesn't have a picture on Google, so I'm not picking him. One of these guys, somebody's has got to go. And I think one of these guys is going to lose this fight. So I'm going to throw undefeated fighter losers on there because it's very open-ended, and I could be talking about anybody in particular. I'll let you guys decide who I think it's going to be. But I believe we're going to see an undefeated fighter lose their O on this card. Let's move on, though. I think we're getting an Ankalaev rant. I think we're getting a fucking Ankalaev diss track on Pereira at Media Day. I think this guy's going to be spitting some heat in his Media Day, talking about Pereira ducking him. Oh, I'm going to chin him, blah, blah, blah. He's going to drop like a Jamal Hill, Joe Pyfer type rant, and I feel like he's going to get absolutely cooked for it. At first, I was going to put this down as like Ankalaev cooks Pereira at Media Day, but I feel like no one's ever going to agree with that except like Kenny Okoye, bro. So I'm not trying to appeal to just Kenny Okoye. And I feel like Ankalaev is going to get absolutely fucking flamed, but I feel like he may make some valid points and go on a rant about Pereira at Media Day. It's obvious they're going to ask him about him, and he's going to talk some shit. So this is a pretty free pick in my opinion. Let's move on, dude. This one's kind of wholesome, but I got a better one. One thing that I like to do with this bingo card series is I like to talk about what top analysts are going to do. What's the predictions going to be like for these fights? I think Volk is going to pick Max to win, but no one else is going to. Like, I feel like Volkanovski's the only guy I've seen really come out boldly and say, yeah, I think Max is going to beat Ilya, Ilya and Max, it's the type of matchup. I think Max is going to get a hold of him, I think Max is going to, tune him up. So, yeah, I'm not picking Ilya, but, I want to fight the winner. I think Volk is going to be the only guy that picks Max to win, and everyone else in the media, on MMA YouTube, is probably going to be picking Ilya by KO, which I don't think is going to happen. You don't know my prediction here, but I'm not saying Ilya by KO. That's 100% not my opinion. I don't think that's going to happen. But I feel like that's going to be a very common prediction. But I know Volk's picking Max to win, so I feel like he might be the only one in the MMA space. Let's move on to another press conference prediction that I'm pretty confident in. All the questions are going to be biased as fuck against Whittaker. What do I mean by that? Every question is going to be like, hey, Hamza, who would you rather fight, Strickland or Duplessis? And then for Hamzat's answers are just like, brother, I don't give a fuck, brother. I don't give a shit, brother. I come here, fight this guy, have to smash this guy, fuck this guy first, brother. Then I fight for my belt, brother. And then all of Whittaker questions are going to be like, hey, Whittaker, if you lose to Chimaev, who do you think would do better against him, Strickland or Duplessis? You know what I mean? Hey, Whittaker, would you fight Izzy again if you lose this fight? Like, I feel like that is the type of questions we're going to be getting for Whittaker, where no one's really going to be asking him questions about if he beats Hamzat, because I feel like they're all there to see Hamzat and not Whittaker, based on the region that they're in. So I think we're going to get at least one or two funny moments where they ask him some fucking out of pocket like Cook question. Whittaker's like, yeah, I don't know, mate. Yeah, I think it's going to be obviously very like heavily in favor of Khamzat Chimaev at the press conference. Speaking of Khamzat Chimaev, I think this dude's going to run into the absolute nightmare of his life named Bilal, remember the name Muhammad. I know Bilal Muhammad's going to be there at this event, and I can just see a Wednesday Instagram post of like Bilal and Chimaev running into each other at a hotel. Why can't I just picture Bilal Muhammad, all 5'10" of him, just standing face to face with him? Bro, what are you talking about? Bro, you're literally, bro, you fight literally once every 2 years, bro. What are you talking about, bro? You're not going to fight me, bro. You're an idiot, bro. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like we're going to get Khamzat in the hoodie, Bilal Muhammad in the sunglasses, face to face at some point during fight week. I'm usually pretty spot on with these, like, fighter interactions during the week, so I would say this one has a very high likelihood of happening. Speaking of run-ins that I believe will happen, that I need to happen, that I'm manifesting happening, we need this, bro. We need this to happen. It will fucking happen. Max and Volk will run into each other because Volk is going to this event. Obviously, he wants to face off with the winner, brother. Please don't. Please don't fucking... Oh my god, bro. The fucking aura deposit that happens the second you lose your belt is insane. I almost feel like Volk, I'm like, bro, just don't get in the cage, bro. Just don't embarrass us, man. You know, even though he's only lost 2 fights, bro. I'm like, okay, old man, just don't fucking get in the way of the main event. But I do think we're going to get a wholesome Max and Volk running into each other moment during fight week. And I think that'd be pretty cool. I think he'd be respectful with Ilya too, but I feel like him and Max are like bros. You know what I mean? I feel like we're going to get a really wholesome moment between those two this week. Maybe a hard photo of them together. Couple more left. This one, I feel like I don't know if I saw this or I just imagined that I did. Maybe I'm really going insane. I think Dana White is going to confirm UFC Spain this week and then never fucking mention it again. I feel like this is another one of those UFC Africa type moments where he's like, yeah, what's the yeah, for sure we're going to Spain. Yeah, we're going to Spain this year. Yeah. What, Sean? Yeah. Hey, you know when we're going to Spain? Yeah, we're going to Spain in 6 months. And then you never fucking hear it again. And he's like, listen, we're still working on that. We got a lot of things in the pipeline. We got Zuffa slap boxing coming up. So we're focused on that. Yeah, we're focused on that. We're not focused on Spain. We're focused on right now. Right? So I feel like Dana White's just never going to bring this shit up again, but he will probably get asked about it this week because of Ilya. And I can definitely see him giving some crazy answer, being like, yes, 100%, and then never fucking do it again. Let's move on to the last kind of like home stretch here, where we talk about the main event and the co-main event and some predictions for those fights. And the first one, I'm sorry to say this, but I feel like you all agree with me on this. Depressing outcome in either the co-main event or the main event. I'm hopeful enough that it won't be both. I don't think we live in a fucked up enough world where we have to see Max and Whittaker get slumped, but I feel like we live in a world where we're going to see one of those outcomes. I'm sorry, dude. I feel like we're either going to see Whittaker get fucking demolished or Max get KO'd. One of those two terrifying outcomes is going to happen, and I told you I don't think Max is getting KO'd, so I'll leave you, I'll let you connect the dots on that one. Let's move on to another prediction, probably relating to Khamzat as well, dude. Let's be fucking real here, boys. Uncomfortably long foreign yap fest post-fight. I mean, Marab is legendary for these, right? Chimaev's pretty good at these as well. Ilya, he might let rip one of these. So I feel like one of these fighters that's not fully speaking English as their first language, we're going to get a fucking yap fest after their fight. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. This is one that I feel like you can cross off already. And now when it comes to Chimaev, I will say this. I think there's going to be an insane fucking cope when this guy wins. I think Chimaev's going to win. I'm picking him. But I know for a fact that literally anything this guy does, Chimaev could literally fucking outstrike Whittaker, stuff a takedown, take him down, submit him, put on like a masterclass performance. People would find a way to hate on it and like be mad about it. And I feel like that's really, really obvious. So I'm going to throw that on the bingo card here, that we will 100% see people crashing out, complaining online, Instagram comments going crazy, hating on Khamzat Chimaev when he wins, even if it's like a flawless victory. I already know he really is not going to get the credit for that shit, but I will be there glazing. I will be there with my Dunkin' Donuts glazing this guy, all right? Last prediction that I have when it comes to the main event, I believe Max Holloway will not brawl at the start because Ilya's talking about this first 10 seconds type shit. I think Ilya will come out and do that. I think Max is going to not do it. I think Max is going to be like really focused on his game plan and his establishing his output and his range. But I do think at the end of the fight in round 5, it's going to be a pretty back and forth fight. I think Max will brawl with him at some point and the crowd will go fucking crazy, but I don't think it's going to be in the first exchange. I think it'll be like the last one. Like the last 10 seconds, he'll finally fucking do it. But yeah, that's my predictions. Like I said, tomorrow I drop the truth bomb of who I think is going to win in the main event. So subscribe if you're not already so that you don't miss that video. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like. I know you guys enjoyed the longer videos, so hopefully you enjoyed this one. Comment your thoughts down below, your predictions for UFC 308 Fight Week. I'm fucking hyped for this shit. Comment your thoughts down below. And if you have any thoughts on Pereira versus Hernandez, obviously I'm very happy my boy Hernandez won. And Ngannou as well. I'm so happy that he won as well. What a fucking legend. Yeah, comment all your thoughts on that shit in the comments down below, man. Appreciate you guys. Go follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Bedtime MMA. We're going to hit bingo this week. See you in the next video, boys. Goodbye.